Hello, everybody. It's us with our faces. Hi.
It's been so long.
It actually has.
Yeah.
It's been 70 years. I don't know how long she actually said.
84 years.
Oh, there we go. I've not seen Titanic.
Ever?
I mean, I know that it exists. I've seen, like, clips of it, like the guy falling and hitting the bonk on the railing or propeller or whatever the hell, but I've not actually sat down and watched Titanic.
Remember.
Yeah.
Actually, having said that, I don't think I have either.
There you go.
But I'm just surprised that you haven't, because, you know, you're old.
I didn't have a crush on Leonardo DiCaprio, though, so... I think...
I don't know anybody who does. Especially now knowing his dating history.
Yeah, I mean, I think partly there was, like, an actor... Hi, everybody, we're just going straight into this, I suppose.
Hi!
It's, like... So, in my school... Every single girl in my year was into Titanic and Leo and, like...
Oh, boy.
Mad teenage girl crushing on Leo. And so, I think partly, for me, that was kind of a, like, then... I absolutely reject this. A pathological contrarian, and like, you enjoy this thing? I hate it. I will never watch this. And so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Titanic once, the best submarine trip you've ever taken, took a little screw from the sub as a souvenir. Very good. Very good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to society.
Well, yeah, quite. Absolutely.
It got dark. Yay. How are we all doing, everybody? Hello. You can possibly just about hear the notes of Hat Note pinging away in the background.
Yay, Hat Note.
I'm going to bring that up a little bit so I can actually hear it too. That's our soundtrack for these streams now.
Yay.
Yeah.
You went... Lady Mephistopheles has bought books.
Ooh, I did see...
yeah, those are the ones you were showing.
I did see people posting books, yeah.
Books. I have also bought a new book, which is a really cool cover.
Yeah.
Probably can't see, but the trees are like hands.
The Haunted Trail.
Yeah, because Sam and I are still continuing our quest to own every British Library Tales of the Weird book there is.
For the British Library, yeah.
Yeah, we do love it.
I
Even though you've never been, we must.
No, I haven't.
I must take you there.
I'm
will
just
like it. I might lose you in the British Library.
Yeah.
You might just decide to live there.
I'm like the Man U fan that's never been to a game, or frankly, like in actual terms, a Tottenham Hotspur fan as I was for many years, who never attended a match. So you know, I don't worry, I got better. I still hate Arsenal. I just don't care about the fortunes of Spurs anymore. No.
Don't talk to my brother then. Oh no, he's not Arsenal. He's Chelsea. Whoops.
I mean, all London teams are the biggest rivals with every other London team. If you come from, I mean, frankly, in football terms, whichever team you're playing is your biggest rival.
Which?
Why are you saying what? What way?
What way?
Whiskey. Yeah.
Yes. Hi everybody. We're slightly delirious today. Apparently.
I didn't have much sleep last night, and
no.
Once again, I did fall asleep for about half an hour before the stream, and managed to wake up. Yeah, this is my pre-Chilliteratea stream ritual now. I sleep.
Nap. I've just been sent an email by Wiper and True. Why am I being sent emails by Wiper and True?
Because do you want the actual literal? I know the answer to this one answer. Yeah.
Yes.
What? No, you. Hang on. You asked me if I wanted you to get some beer for Christmas. Yes. So when you say I bought you beer, that I don't know.
Well, I did.
Yes.
I'm not holding it against you.
No, but people might.
Okay.
I'm just giving some context.
It's okay, chat. I'm not holding buying beer against Sam.
This was a kind gesture that you performed. Frankly, twisting my arm behind my back. I was like, no, don't. You don't have to. It's expensive stuff. Please don't. You don't have to do this. Okay, fine. If you're going to, so that you don't waste your money, here's what I will drink. It's the internet, someone will. Exactly. This has already been clips.
Yeah, that's fair.
Posted, shared on social media networks that I wouldn't even dare to pronounce because I fear it will make me sound like some kind of toddler. And I've been cancelled. So, because I make my girlfriend buy me beer.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's
Hi.
everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend?
Stressed, apparently. Neurotic?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, I don't. If I do that, I think...
How many hours yesterday?
If I bend my head like that, I ain't getting back up.
Yeah, don't crack your neck too badly, please.
Oh, I haven't cracked my neck in years because it got bad.
Ah.
And now I just have
I'm a habitual
neck
neck cracker.
Ooh. Oh.
And jaw cracker, which is very entertaining for
Ooh.
people around me who don't like the sound of cracking joints.
Yeah, no.
Case in point, my mum.
Oh yeah, no.
The number of times Sam has cracked his fingers.
I do it once
gone,
per visit.
Please. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Hands under armpits.
Yeah. It was. Well, I used to. Now this is the topic, I guess. You came for the book chat, but no. What joints can you crack? It's a new game show. It's horrific.
You've been cracking your shoulders, Salad. Sorry. What? How?
That's not going to work out well for you.
Oh, unless it's like over your head. Mine pops out when it's over my head like that.
Oh. I used to do my knee, and then my knee started getting
Oh.
very painful. And I thought, no, I'd like to be able to walk past the age of 40, and, you know, got that one back in line. So, yeah.
Yeah.
My ribs.
I think those medieval torture machines that stretched you so racks did they feel amazing for a second.
Yeah. Just, oh, yeah.
Oh, 15 years of ballet. Yeah, that'll do it, Salad. You have joints that you can crack that nobody else has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ballet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, really random thing.
No, go
because
for it.
apparently we're just on random topics. The fact that Salad has mentioned ballet. So I was teaching today, and the kid that I teach is like, I think 10 or 11. And I was trying to get him to, stand with decent posture because he was sort of standing like that. It's just like, yeah, that's not great for, trumpet playing.
Yeah, that's really bad posture, isn't it?
Well, it's more that, you need to take a big full breath in. And if you're
who else just got caught shrimping?
Yeah. Well, okay, fair enough. Yes, but also you're not trying to do something else that requires your body to be sort of in alignment. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you're playing, you're having fun there.
No.
If you're playing and your elbows are literally digging into your ribs like they're inwards.
Oh yeah, no.
And you're like this, like that's not good for breathing.
No.
But yeah, I was sort of trying to tell him to stand up straight and stuff. And it took me about 10 minutes to realize, God, he's quite tall for a 10-year-old, that he was standing on his toes with possibly the best arches I have ever seen on a child. Like, there was no wobbling, no wavering, nothing. He was just, right on, the tippy toes of him. And I said, you'd be a great ballet dancer, which, of course, for a 10-year-old boy is, the worst insult ever. And it was all like, ew, no.
Do you know what you suggest? You say, behold, Spider-Man.
Yeah, actually, good point.
Because Tom Holland...
Yeah.
That's how he does what he does.
Oh yeah, Tom Holland's a fantastic dancer.
Because he's a fantastic,
has actually had ballet training.
Exactly. That's the argument. That's the through line. It's not you do ballet because a kid's going to go, no, that's for girls.
Yeah. Even though, male ballet dancers are, by and large, some of the strongest people on the planet.
Exactly, but you're not taught that as a kid. But if you go, look the hell at Spider-Man, if you want to do this, you do ballet. Suddenly, you've got an angle. Yeah. Frankly, it's worth a crack.
Yeah.
But,
and Salad, I know it's the ballet dancer curse, where as a dancer you look at other people and go, how have you got such perfect feet? This is not fair. Okay, that's also another side of the internet, but yeah.
That's a different curse.
Yes, quite. But yeah. It's I'm not going to go into interesting ballet facts with feet and stuff, but it's often people with the really amazing arches who have really flexible feet but they're not very strong. It's the classic thing, if you're more flexible you're less strong with those muscles, so it's either strength or flexibility. And that impact how your point shoes work if you're a female bird dog. I'm going to shut up now.
That's right. I'm just looking at chat, becoming extremely self-conscious of the fact that I am not wearing socks at the moment, and I'm going to be keeping my feet out of shot.
I am wearing socks, and they're
Good.
annoyingly boring today.
Good. Keep a muzzle on
Feet
those
facts
dogs,
with
as
me.
people say.
It's more like ballet facts. I don't know much about feet. I just know random, specific point shoe facts and ballet dancer facts.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, this is
normal about feet. I promise. No ballet dancer is normal about feet. Salad. You must admit that. You love the sock content. Thank you.
No sock stream. No.
I was very disappointed actually, because this weekend I've been working at a music festival. Working at a music festival. I've been playing at a music festival.
Contributing to a music festival.
Contributing to a music festival. Yes.
Attending musically.
In the frankly lovely town of Stamford. If anybody visits the UK and fancies going north of the M25, go to Stamford. It's gorgeous, and it's full of very wealthy people, which is probably why it's gorgeous. But the one of the pianists who was in this festival, who I know of old, we studied together, he used to make a point of wearing odd socks, and they would often be quite fun socks. And of course, he and I bonded over this because, fun socks. And apparently he got told off enough times for wearing odd socks in concerts, because obviously as a pianist, you sit down, your trousers are slightly above your ankle if you're, pedaling and stuff on the piano. Then, yeah, he apparently got told off enough times that he is now no longer wearing fun socks. And I was really sad. It's like, no, but you're my sock buddy.
Look what they've done to you.
Yeah, how could they? So yeah, I was very sad about that. Mind you, he wore a pair of matching socks, which frankly is the first time I've ever seen him wear matching socks in my life. Mm-hmm. But they did have a little cute little monster on the side of them, and they were black, but they had a little funky little monster on either side, which looked like it belonged to Monsters Inc.
Nice.
Right, so I did appreciate the ever so slight concession to, I don't know, artistic freedom.
Yeah.
You'd put a pair of concert trousers that were longer than normal height socks. This guy is probably around about Sam's height, so that's probably difficult.
I mean, they in my experience of buying socks is they sell them in big grouped sizes, small.
No, I mean
medium.
Trousers.
Oh, sorry,
long trousers.
Yeah.
If you're sitting down with your legs at a right angle,
that's
at the piano, and you're trying to actually move your feet to use the pedals, then you're going to show your socks.
Yeah, well, if your trousers are long enough to still conceal those socks, then the rest of the time when you're standing and walking, the heels, the back is just dragging along the ground, and for
it's gonna look awful.
Nice concert wear, you don't want that. That's you're just scuffed up skater jeans, which again is what I'm wearing, and I'm not gonna, because aforementioned beat content. That's for the top tier on Patreon.
No.
No, it's not.
Doing that.
No, we're absolutely not. I'm gonna get Derek Guy in here. No, none of us need to be roasted like that.
Okay, every pair of jeans that you owned as a teenager. I mean, Andy, every pair of jeans every teenager owns at the moment seems to be back in that style.
My delight on witnessing
Sam is so happy.
The youths.
They're all my people again.
My fashion came back around. I've just been wearing it long enough.
Yeah. Sam was a secret Gen Alpha. Oh boy, no. Never.
Yeah. They're just copying my style.
Yeah. Andy Pants, you're still beating the drum for skinny jeans. Good for you. It's quite funny how quickly millennials are just oh no, we don't wear skinny jeans anymore. It's what? Okay.
I'm clueless
about
fashion.
Specifically, women's fashion. I still maintain that generally skinny jeans on guys look a bit strange.
I just don't find
the skinny jeans that are drain pipes down the bottom of their legs, but then the top of the jeans are way below waist height and are just really baggy.
I think
I don't really understand how you can walk in those.
I think I have tried them once when I ordered a pair by accident, not realizing quite how uncomfortable they were going to be to fit.
Oh dear.
And just immediately sent back. Like, I hate this experience. No. Why would I ever want to be like out in public like this? This is extremely uncomfortable for me. No. That
also,
was
skinny jeans don't have good pockets.
Yeah, I need somewhere to put my phone.
Sorry, Andy has perfectly summarised guys wearing skinny jeans. Chicken legs, yeah. Yeah. Also, +4s, Arian, excellent. Good. I approve.
Yeah, that checks out.
+4s are pretty great. But Arian also has good socks.
Why are they called +4s?
I don't know. I wonder if it's something to do with golf. Arian, why are they called +4s? Do you know this fact? I feel like you probably do.
I predict Andy Pants is going to be the first to come back in the chat with the answer.
Oh, maybe. You don't know what +4s are? Oh god, how the hell do you describe +4s? Do you know what breeches are? They're kind of, sort of them. They had a 4-inch overhang also. Oh, okay. I suppose. Because they are breeches, but baggier, aren't they? Technically, right?
Oh. You're asking the wrong person. When I want you leg wear...
I was more asking chat, to be honest.
I was going to say, like, I can't... I'm just going to have to sit here silent.
Well, yellow stockings cross-gartered? Ideally, yes, if your name is Malvolio. What?
Who's Malvolio? I know the name.
It's a Shakespeare reference.
I thought it... Okay, right. Yeah, okay. I don't like a Skyrim side character. Who the hell? Like...
Fashion icon.
I know Ben
Although technically it wasn't really his choice. They did a thing of... Oh, hang on, wait. Is it 12th Night? Yes. No. Yeah, it's 12th Night, isn't it, Malvolio? I'm asking chat. 12th Night, thank you, Amorous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 12th Night.
They did a version of that with Malvolia, with Tamsin Gregg, which is just like, oh my god, you could not have picked a more perfect person for this character. And there's some clips of her doing it. I think it was at the National Theatre. There's a few clips of her doing it. It's like, oh, she plays the awkwardness so well. So very, very well. Have you... Oh, I think we need to go see 12th Night. It's a damn good play. It's very fun.
Okay.
It's the classic Shakespeare thought of... So-and-so's dressed up as a... Like, this woman is dressed up as a guy who's also dressed up as a thing, and there's a brother, and it's just... and they fall in love with the wrong people, and then it's confusing, and... I think that's pretty accurate.
Right. Is it... You sort of standard, like, farcical sequence of events that could have just all been straightened out with an email, or someone going...
Yep.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
No, not them. Them. Oh, right. So that's right. Okay, now we don't need to kill anyone. Good. Great.
Pretty much.
Good-o.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Da-da.
That play only works because nobody asked questions. Yes, absolutely.
There's a lot of players like that.
Cross-dressing and twins, yes. Oh, dear. And I guess some gay awakenings for some characters as well.
Shakespeare watching who's on first, like, oh no, hang on, wait, hold, I've got, yep, no, wait, okay, wordplay.
Yeah. Lots of Shakespeare's like that, this is very true.
Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes they drink poison.
Yes, thinking it's French fish soup.
No, I was in Romeo and Juliet.
I know, but I'm saying poisson. Because I'm funny. It's not my joke, actually, but, you know.
No, don't disown it now. Don't distance yourself from it.
Oh, I'm absolutely not distancing myself. I think it's a good joke, but... Nazis. Yeah, the original one Comtro would just talk to each other. Yeah.
I mean, I've been living through like the last few weeks of. I've been obviously telling you that I've been playing Expedition 33, the French JRPG.
Yeah. You've been very French.
And everyone going, oh ho ho ho, it's a French JRPG, therefore a JRPG, J apostrophe RPG. And I'm like, I get what you're doing, but that's IRPG. That doesn't make any sense. Like me RPG doesn't. That's it's
see.
like yeah, and like
Final Fantasy.
That's better. Like that kind of works more, but like RPG just is no. Or just Suikoden is pretty good as well, because there's a game called Suikoden, and so just Suikoden, and so it's like everyone's been trying. My personal contribution it's for the weeaboos. So you know that's but like what?
I didn't get that.
Okay, French for yes. Again, this doesn't work. It doesn't work as much as JRPG doesn't work. RPG, sorry.
RPG.
Yeah. Oh, RPG. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That was. Wait. What was? Oh, that literally in. No, it's.
I don't know. I don't speak French.
No, neither do I. Famously. And okay, so the whole I've held up the poster before. The whole weeaboo has now through use on the internet. The people big into Japanese culture and weeaboo. So yeah, that's
yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, there are weeaboos. They go to Paris and so disillusioned to their country. It's great.
Love it. Also, that sounds great. Lady Mephistopheles, go to plug. Complete works of William Shakespeare abridged by the Reduced Shakespeare Company.
Oh, no, yeah.
That sounds fun.
They've Reduced Shakespeare Company. I'm sure they've been going around for years.
Oh no, Amras.
Thank you, Amras, with the correct reference. Thank you. Welcome.
It's a love-hate relationship. Sometimes Amras is this close to getting booted out. Sometimes,
you know, it's. There's the ban button and the make VIP button are very close together.
Yes. Oh dear. Anyway, we should probably talk about books.
I guess I've not read anything.
What have you been reading?
Nothing new. I was telling you, I reorganized my shelves just not even minutes before the stream started, like
librarian mode.
Minutes after the stream started, because I thought there's probably going to be some point when I go, hey chat, and let's take you on a wander.
Oh my goodness me!
Yeah, look.
Oh, the motion sickness.
Blah! Look, this is my new bookshelf.
Oh, you've put your DJ thing on the laptop stand. That's genius.
And just a bunch of papers that I still need to sort. Don't look at those. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
And look here, behold, some of my stuff. No socks. No, I'm keeping the feet well and truly out of shot.
No, Sam now has a new book. New bookshelf. I'll try and say that again.
And since we put this together and put it here, my thinking has been I'd really like to have POV You or Me, pretty much. Well, no, that's more up here.
Yeah.
I would like to have. Ow! This camera gets warm. Wow.
You don't burn yourself.
No. Well, it's not hot enough to burn me. That would be an actual fire hazard. But I'd like to have my Chilliteracy books on here, because it's nice to have a little within reach collection of books that I can just look at and go, okay, what have I read, what haven't I read? There's also ones here that are not, but I've managed to get my Chilliteracy ones here. This is my Big Ouch on Blackwood. Right, Big Ouch.
Ouchie, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's my Judge Dredd collection down there as well. A Mass Effect art book, Perry Bible Fellowship, House of Leaves. Did you know that I'm someone that's read House of Leaves? BT, by the way, I've read House of Leaves. Philip K. Dick. And so then I started group things as well, because it's I can't just have a couple of Jason Parge in here. I need all the others here as well, and there's and Lecky there and Ian Banks there, and it's okay, fine. So now, and I haven't actually finished that because we needed to start the stream, but I'd started, and that's why the stream was a few minutes late, because I was chatting about with that.
The
So
classic
yeah.
Billy bookshelf. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
it is.
yeah,
Good old IKEA.
of course. And then yeah, just since the camera's here, I thought I might start trying to keep my Quest there. And there's my DJ controller, which I was having a good play around with the other day. And it's fun.
Nice.
Well, let's put you
Oh
back.
god.
Sorry.
Oh, now it's upside down. Ah.
Not upside down. What? Well,
It was for a second.
there.
How's
There,
everybody doing?
there is a glimpse into my. But actually, what have I been reading? Just some more weird tales for stream.
Yeah, nice.
Including. Yeah.
You put together one of yours recently, Lady Mephistopheles? Nice.
E.
Good job. I think I put that Billy bookshelf together on my own, actually.
You did. I needed to help with the wardrobe thing, though.
Oh,
cool
God, yeah.
wardrobe, yeah.
It was more of a, it's falling apart, help!
Help. It says it needs 2 people, and they weren't lying.
No, they weren't.
No. Yeah, so I started reading The Hospice by Robert Aikman for stream. And that's where, like, it... No, I'm not going to say the thought that just pops into my head. But that's where I sort of discussed it a little bit on stream on Saturday. Like, firstly, it's not one that's in the public domain. It was like the guy that wrote it died in like 1984 or something like that, so quite recently.
Oh, right.
Which means it's a much more modern story written with, I guess, more modern sensibilities and attitudes towards its content. Like a lot of the stuff that we do read doesn't really have, you know, it's pretty chaste, and there's not a lot of like swearing and stuff in it. The kind of stuff that's just very stream safe. And this one, hey Ray Tracer, welcome in. And this one, it got a little bit horny, and that was like. It felt like thematically like it would fit with the story, with like the tone of the story and where it was going. So it wasn't immediately just like, okay, this is just like a writer putting his fetishes into the book, which, you know, let's be honest, happens quite a bit. But my immediate reaction was, oh no, I don't want to go and spend like 2 hours reading this, only for it not to be something I'm comfortable reading on stream. So I just like swapped from that to read the novel of the Black Seal, which Lucy was very disappointed. Are you alright? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose. Yeah. Novel of the Black Seal by Arthur Machen, which no smut for chat. No, absolutely not. None.
None of that. It's
no,
too silly.
That's no. Stop that. But yeah, so you hoped it was an actual seal too? No, sorry, not. It's just a little stamp. Which yeah, it was good. I think slightly oddly paced. In that like the last 10 pages were pretty much just pure exposition.
Woo! Love that.
Just, hi, you may have been wondering what was going on. Here is my note to tell you everything that was going on. Please enjoy. But yeah, it reminded me of like The Human Chord. And oh, what was the other one? There was another
I don't know.
No, you don't know because you weren't there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You were like
almost
attending
like
a music festival.
Yeah, it's almost like I was like rehearsing or something.
Rehearsing, working, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. No. Was it? Damn it. What? Now I'm looking over my shelves. Like, what was the other thing that I have read that it reminded me of? No idea.
Not like Secret Worship. No.
No.
In the Pines? No, was that one? No.
No. I'm gonna have to think about it. But yeah, that's kind of really all I've been reading. I can talk more about that, but I feel like I've been sat here. I did say on stream, it's like, Remember being discussed, I don't remember that one. No, can't have been a very salient point. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I've been talking for a long time. Feel free to tell chat what you've been doing and reading.
I haven't been reading a whole lot because
Oh.
I've been... Well, it's like I've been driving around the country or something.
Really? Audiobooks.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do audiobooks.
I can, but
would
I
not
don't
pay
like
attention.
distracting myself while driving
That's fair.
anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't really been reading anything much. I finished The Language Puzzle, which was a very good read, and I very much enjoyed that. About humans and how we got to speaking, how language developed and stuff. But yeah, no, yeah. Obviously, this was my most recent purchase, The Haunted Trail, which has got some really good titles in it as well.
Yeah.
Because this is, again, short stories and stuff. The Hill.
Good. Yep. Simple.
Yep. The Garden That Was Desolate, which I quite like as a title. There's also some amazing author names in here. We've got John Kendrick Bangs, Sabine Baring Gould, Ulrich Daubeny, Bessie Kiffin Taylor, Nugent Barker.
Wow.
Some excellent names.
Nugent can be a name? That's...
Apparently so.
My first name?
Nugent. I also like the fact that one of the stories here is called Curious Adventure of Mr. Bond.
Great.
Da 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 da. That's The Incredibles, Lucy.
I mean, same family
It's infinitely
tree.
better. It's infinitely better as a soundtrack.
Gonna say same
What's
gene
the
pool.
James Bond theme? What's the James Bond theme?
Da da
Da da
Da,
da
da.
da. Oh yeah.
da 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 da.
Thanks.
Da 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 da. No.
Let's see how many. I was just waiting for.
Da da
No,
da.
not bad.
No, yeah.
You just go through all the John Williams ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The soundtrack for Dune.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Please stop. Oh, please stop. The Incredibles soundtrack, I will say though, The Incredibles 1, certainly one of the best soundtracks in cinema history, in my personal opinion. That is also because I'm massively biased as a trumpet player.
Right.
It's a banger. It's very good. Indiana Jones is also good. That's fair.
I mean,
but yeah, that's pretty much all I've been reading. Better than Wallace and Gromit. Oh, yeah, but Wallace and Gromit isn't. Oh no,
different
technically
categories.
film now. Yeah, Wallace and Gromit is also wonderful. Is it an incredible soundtrack? Oh, it is. The incredible soundtrack. Yeah. Unfortunately, the trumpeter on that is an absolute arse. So,
I mean, if it, throwing stones like that, unfortunately, I think so is the guy that made the film. So.
Oh really?
I think
that's a shame.
I feel like there's been some. I mean, frankly, if you dig into the actual politics of the film, it raises some questions that sort of line up with the, I believe, the reported attitudes of, well, the whole like, the Ubermensch should be allowed to be special, and how it's when you start actually kind of getting into it that if you make Syndrome an evil character, then sure, his thing of like, haha, I'm going to kill you to steal your powers and then enable other people to be as strong as you. And the super figures are like, no, actually, we need to be able to retain our superpowers. Stop holding us back. It's very Harrison Bergeron, and it's like, there's angles from which you can look at it and be like, what are we saying here exactly. But that's
Yeah.
I'd need to
It's
like
still
go
a
back and
good
study
film,
up on.
though.
Oh yeah, that's
But
that's
I
the
kind
thing.
of like it in that
Yeah.
sense because it's like I don't feel like Syndrome is necessarily a bad guy. Like he's sort of
The film sure
been
thinks so.
yeah, well, yes, but also, but that's the thing is like you can kind of see like he was sort of mistreated a little bit,
Yeah.
and he wasn't he wasn't given the time of day, and he wasn't actually nothing was ever explained to him properly, or you know he
Yeah.
wasn't treated with any kind of kindness.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
and sure, the way in which he's going about the thing is not good,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
general, you know. So no one will be super because everybody will be. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, hello, comrade.
Yeah. And but no, this is evil. This must be stopped. We must put an end to this vile plan to like.
He's an incel, but for superheroes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little bit, I guess. Good
Which
point.
again, this isn't to say like because this is like the meta problem that you get once you start getting into this. I've picked up the pencil now. You can tell this. Now we're onto the serious topic of this stream.
You've had that pencil in your hand for the last 10 minutes, so.
It's serious. And the sort of the meta, well, like where you kind of extrapolate out from that in this, the modern social media internet world is, if you like a thing that I have declared is bad and has questionable politics, that is a moral judgment on you and means that you are a bad person, and that's really, really bad media literacy. It's like, oh, you liked that thing? Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. Well, actually, if you dig into the politics of the film and the people that made it, there's actually exemplifies some pretty awful opinions, which allows me to pass a moral judgment on your character and your worth as a human being. So therefore, by liking a bad thing, you're in fact scum. And we need a little bit more nuance than that this day and age.
Nuance?
No!
What's that?
I think it's a music genre.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel when they accidentally give the movie villain good points, so they have to make them
Yeah.
super evil, so you remember exactly. It's, yeah, media literacy is, ding, plot hole.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
In this scene, this character puts a glass down on the table, and then in the next scene, the glass isn't there. Ding, plot hole. How did they get that glass to move from there to over there? This film sucks.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh dear.
Don't ask me my opinions about cinema sins.
I think you've made them fairly clear. Oh dear. Are there any films you want to watch that have come out recently?
I mean, I do want to see Sinners.
Yeah, I do as well, actually.
That's
is that another Jordan Peele one?
No, I just completely blanked on the name of the. Oh, good grief! Like if you'd asked me who directed it, I could have said, "Oh yeah, it's this guy."
It's the guy who did Creed, Amherst says.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler.
Oh.
Yes. With Michael B. Jordan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The very black, very southern, like Southern American sort of Southern Gothic vampire movie. And it just sounds fantastic. And the soundtrack is real. Like it's got a.
Yeah, I've heard bits.
Like yeah. I did listen to the Rocky Road to Dublin that's on it. It's real good. Mm-hmm. I really want to see it, but I don't really tend to keep up with films at the moment. Like usually I'll hear that something's really good. The number of times I've heard.
I haven't watched Dune 2.
No, we haven't. Like the number of times I hear, "Oh yeah, this film's amazing. You're gonna go see it. It's so good," and then I watch it and I'm just like, it was fine. What's the name? Sinners. Basically, if you Google like 2025 vampire movie, you'll hit it.
Spoilers.
I don't think it's spoilers. I think that's the pitch. Yeah, it's I don't really catch a lot of films, and I think partly I don't really have many good ways available to me to watch films that wouldn't be piracy. I don't really like doing that. So, I don't I don't regularly have Netflix. I'll sub to it occasionally for a little bit. We'll watch a thing, and then I'll forget to cancel it and just give them a bunch of money, because I don't then set aside time to just sit and watch films.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the TV Glow. Yeah, I've heard that's really, really,
Oh
really,
yes,
really, really
I
good.
have heard that's very good. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we did watch the MST3K, The Screaming Skull, and then
Oh yes.
this was last week, and then the Lavender Hill Mob,
Of course.
both of which
Lavender Hill Mob.
I enjoyed tremendously in
Such
different
a
ways.
good film. Yes, very. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
On Nosferatu, yes, we also want to see that.
Oh yeah, we
collectively.
do.
Which is, again, it's really funny to me that, like, is it Robert Eggers? Like, his style,
Yeah.
his films, like, are exactly the kind of thing that I would be into, and I haven't seen a single one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, whoops, I just keep missing. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard Nosferatu is was like a funny one for people to see with like their partners, because apparently just like a lot of guys just had the wrong response to it entirely. Just like, oh no, oh dear. It's like people walking out of the cinemas from Nosferatu who's just basically breaking up. It's just like, yeah, no, you're not getting this, are you? Oh, The Lighthouse. We need to see The Lighthouse. That's another one.
I've also missed seeing The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
But like,
We have a lot of TV to catch up on as well.
we do. I mean,
Severance too.
yeah, we need to watch Severance season 2, which I've had to unfollow like a few accounts on Blue Sky,
yeah.
because people will
No
like
spoilers.
people who couch their spoilers with like, "Hi, I'm talking about Severance season 2 specifically, the latest episode that just aired," and then I was like, "Fine, thank you for your service. I respect you. You wanted to talk about it. You wanted to maybe make a joke or whatever, but you've warned me, so I can like skip on past." And then other people who are just like, "Boom! Here's a really like unquestionably detail-filled, information-packed spoiler image from the last episode of the season." Like, thanks.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be looking for that.
Yeah.
Goodbye. And that happened a little bit. I think I may have currently forgotten the stuff that I saw for Andor. No, wait, no, I just remembered it. But also people doing the same thing for Andor season 2. Like, wow, I can't believe Redacted.
It's
like,
happened. Yeah. Bugger.
It's airing live right now, and you're live tweeting it. You're a cool person. Goodbye. I never want to see you again. It's just like, don't
ruin the fun.
Yeah.
Severance season 2 is definitely worth catching up on. Yeah, I have not heard anybody say otherwise.
Mm.
And we very much enjoyed season 1. So. Yeah. And I feel like it was such a good series in that like we got to the end of it, we didn't expect like some. I'm not going to spoil anything, but like it felt like some things like you're sitting there, some kind of thriller. I guess it's a thriller sort of.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just like, oh, I can see where this is going, and I feel like we both did that for a couple of bits in that, and when we went, oh.
Mm.
Oh, they're doing something different, but that's equally as clever.
Yeah.
And we finished it, and we both sort of was just like, well, kind of want to know more answers, but also absolutely happy with it finishing there because it's sort of done a good job of. We're not going to really tell you much.
Yeah.
But we're going to make you ask questions.
Yeah, so
which I think is a real skill.
Yeah, like sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's good for a mystery to just remain a mystery. Like, if you're kind of like your driving force of the thing, the film, the TV show is like, oh, there's a bunch of weird mystery stuff going on. What's going on with that? And then you can feel like a need to explain everything. And like, oh well, this is because of that, and that's because of these, and all. And by the time you've like explained everything, you're kind of just going like, well, I liked it really when it was just more of a magic trick, when it was just stuff happening that I didn't understand. And now that you've explained it all to me, I'm okay. I guess that's fine. And so, yeah, it's like if you have something good to reveal from that mystery, go ahead, but don't feel that you have to explain everything in order to satisfy me, because sometimes knowing how the trick works just makes the trick unfun.
Yeah.
Hey, I got my opinions from The Prestige by Chris Nolan. How did you guess?
Aha, yes. You still need to watch Arcane, Arian? Oh, yeah. I mean, for a very basic thing, the art style is insane.
Certified Arcane enjoyers.
Oh, so good. It's, yeah. Neither of you have been successful trying to get people to watch it? Boo. Well,
I did take a lot of persuading because, and I've said about this before, it's because I'm like,
oh yeah,
because it's a League of Legends anime. I'm like, I don't play League.
But I'm Dota.
I'm a Dota player. I refuse to acknowledge its presence. Its exist. No, look, you're just saying it's good.
Ones.
Yeah, you're just saying it's good because it's got that character that you like from the video game, and when they put their face on screen, you clap. It's a Family Guy reference in an anime, isn't it? No, okay, fine, it's good. Shut up. Yes, I'm enjoying it, and I hate it. The French are very good at animation, yes. And
yeah, turns out.
Bring us back around to topic: video game animation. Some of the subtle facial animation in Expedition 33 is incredible. Sometimes they look a little bit like Thunderbirds, but other times, like in some of the cinematics, there's like just a lot of little subtle facial tweaks and like movements and gestures and stuff that like really brings home some emotions. It did just happen to have your favourite League people in it. Boo.
Oh, nice. Look, I don't care about either Dota or League. I very much enjoyed Arcane.
Fair.
It was very good. And yeah. I very much enjoyed it. And
yeah,
the style is insane. And the music's really good too.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
France. Games, like the cool people go bang bang pop. Nice.
Wasn't it a French studio did that? The animation as well that won at the Oscars. The one that was like animated in Blender. What was it? Like a cat or something? And
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, that one.
Was that a French studio? Flow? Was it Flow?
Yeah, that sounds.
Was that a French studio? Someone with access to Google? Latvian. Oh wow. Okay. Oh yes. No, because I remember seeing like a whole like parade, like displaying the Oscar and stuff, and people queuing up to see it or something. Like, yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Apologies, Latvia. That's super cool. Yeah. No, that's another one that I've not seen. Yeah. I'd probably know more about it if I had. So good and so pretty. Yeah. Yeah, because on films I want, because old man yells at the virtual cloud. I want to become someone who actually like gets back to collecting films on discs again, like physical copies of things, because I've just gotten tired.
Definitely not looking at the enormous bookshelf full of tall bookshelf full of films.
Well, this
right.
No, this isn't on camera on stream. This thing that I've started to worry is just going to tip over and kill me.
Yeah.
It's stacked up with...
It won't reach you, you'll be fine.
Old video games and DVDs and Blu-rays. Time to become a Criterion guy. I have looked at the Criterion collection a few times and been like, I could buy some of these films. I could have these. But I don't currently have a drive that I could play them with.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's very tempting, but like that's the thing. It's like, oh, I'd like to watch this film, and you search Netflix for it. And Netflix goes, yeah, no, we don't have that, but we have some other films that I guess sort of like you had it last week. Yeah, it went. Sorry. Well, then that's no. Or it was a TV series and we scrubbed all record of it, and if we could erase it from your memory, we would, so we could make it again and then sell it to you again. And you have your mum's VHS/DVD combo player from 2001. Hell yeah!
Wow, nice.
I'm amazed that still works.
Damn.
You have a busted on Xbox 360? Hey, guess what? You're the same. I've got shelves. Whoops.
Sam is not very good at getting rid of things.
Okay, but in my defense, the Oblivion remaster came out a couple of weeks back, and I was able to get one of my 7 copies of Oblivion off the shelf and take the map out of it.
So many.
I had so many.
We just kept on going through. It's like, wait, again?
There's long stories why I have multiple copies of various games. There was logic to it at one point, but the upshot was I've ended up with multiple copies of various games, including like 3 or 4 copies of Oblivion, it seemed like, and so on and so forth. But I meant I was able to go over to the shelf, take the disc out and take the map out and be like, look, I've got the Oblivion map on like really cheaply printed glossy paper. But you know that,
but I have it.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah.
You like the stuff they printed the Skyrim map on? I can't remember what that.
Oh, it had it sort of like cloth texture.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Nice. I think I just had the glossy one. Bog standard.
Did you know bog standard originally meant good?
Tell me. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I was all excited to learn.
Well, let's learn together.
I feel like I may have heard that before somewhere, but it's not burrowed into my brain yet.
This is what I heard. No, I'm now going to check. Oh, BBC saying it's a British slang thing. Its origin is quite obscure. Nobody knows quite where it came from. So where did I hear that it actually used to mean good? Some people think it's actually from early motorbike sales, because motorbikes used to come in a very large box. You know, when they did it. What?
No, I feel like I reckon it's older than that.
Did ChatGPT write this page back in, when the hell was this,
Probably.
BBC? Listen to Professor Crystal. I won't. Oh. No, anyway, carry on.
Etymology. No, I'm just wondering where one can find it.
That was it.
Who's going to get there first?
I
bet Andy will get there.
Yeah,
first.
and she'll tell me that I'm wrong. It just means bad.
Bog standard. Well, not a word, but a phrase.
Yeah, like all. The immediate things that I'm finding just seem to refer, because in the UK, bog is sometimes used as a slang term for toilet, and so it's all just kind of deriving back to that. The most commonly held view is that the transition from box to bog resulted from a mishearing or misunderstanding of box standard.
Oh. Huh.
Where?
Yeah, I feel like I've also heard that it actually meant something good.
Yeah, I
don't know where though.
No, it's one of those ones like when I heard from a friend that bee's knees was, and again I think this has been I've looked this up since and learned that no, that's one of the suggested origins for it. That what I'd heard was bee's knees was basically a very abbreviated version of be all and end all. Bees and ease. Bee's knees. That is what I heard from a friend who's very much into etymology, and so I trusted him.
I trusted him.
Yes. But yeah.
Well, it's like goodbye is God be with you.
Oh.
Have I just broken your brain? Yeah, God be with ye.
Huh.
Good be with ye. Goodbye.
Huh. No, didn't. Wow. Okay.
Did you know that one?
No. You can tell this is a genuine reaction. This isn't. I'm not that good.
It's also the same as it's also blimey is God blind me.
Yes.
Which is a fun one.
I remember as a very Christian raised child, crikey. You don't say crikey because that means Christ kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Australia are just sitting there going, what?
What?
Yeah,
Or
Amras, I think that's the one I've heard.
British or German have heard of the supposed dominance of British and German engineering during Victorian. Oh, okay.
I think,
Yeah.
I think possibly.
Yeah, like J.
Oh, Zounds is God's wounds. Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yes.
That's quite good.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Zounds or Zoons.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also suspicious of
He's Italian for business.
it actually began as an acronym. Nice.
Yeah.
Like JD's favourite store high in transit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which, again, you look it up and it's like, no, that's not true. Sorry.
That's not, no.
It upset him when he learned that. Yeah.
Acronym meanings are almost never correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another good one. We're onto etymology now. It's very exciting. I like etymology.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good topic. Wiktionary says it means ordinary basic. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that is what I find. That's what I find now when I Google it. But it all seems to lead back to, we don't know, bog, like, its meaning now means basic, standard, pretty ordinary, you know, kind of off the shelf. And I guess the British call a toilet a bog sometimes, so therefore, that's our best guess. And that, from a very cursory glance at a highly reliable Google search, I'm sure, that's what I seem to be finding, but I feel like it probably goes back further than that. And I wish I could remember where I had been told that actually it means this.
I have a book on etymology somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Let's get Susie Dent in here and ask her.
Yeah, it's... Oh, there it is.
The OED doesn't know but suggests it's from Boxed Standard, which is older. OED,
I think this is etymology.
I mean, ultimately...
Yes. Diana got me this yonks ago. It's a good book.
Look up yonks. Ultimately, like, we say a lot of things and we mishear a lot of things. And then we say the new things. And that's how you get people, not pointing fingers or naming names, saying, I could care less. And then defending that because they say, oh, well, you know what I mean. You go, yeah, only because I know what you're actually trying to say, not what you are saying. I need a button on Discord that, like, fades out the background and makes my eyes glow red. Gadzooks is God's hooks. Great.
That's good.
That's actually a
just
different
found a
phenomenon.
good one. Crambazzled.
That's a great Dickens character.
Yeah. What does it mean? To be crambazzled in old Yorkshire dialect, obviously, was to be prematurely aged through excess drinking. Oh dear.
That's not actually what I thought that was. I figured it's just like some sort of bamboozled or befuddled or like, well, I'll be crambazzled.
Yeah.
If it is indeed box bog, that's an eggcorn. Do I want to ask the next question? Because I was gonna. It's like a mondegreen is the one that I know, that, which is more specifically attributed to music. That's misheard song lyrics, like "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." Eggcorn is when you mishear a word as another word that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Also, I found another word that I think we need to use.
The English just
Quiddling.
say some. Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Quiddling. What does quiddling mean? Take a guess.
Okay. Oh, see, I like this. This is a good quiz. Nobody
Okay,
give this to Dave. This is our bit. Quiz time. Quick. I'll just make some points for everybody. Apart from you, Sam. Sam, I hate you. You get no points.
Now.
No points. Oh, you're trying to give yourself
Children.
points? No. I'll ban him. Sorry, quiddling.
Quiddling.
Quiddling. I know quizzling. But it's probably nothing like that. Are we just playing Boulder Dash is what we're doing? Make up a definition for this word. Oh, we should do that.
We should.
That would be a fun stream game.
Book week.
Yeah.
Book
Well,
week
oh,
at some
good
point.
grief, that's coming up
Or
fast.
just as a... we need
We'll trial it. On our new channel, Chilliteracy 2.
No.
Chilliteracy.
Neither of us have the time or the bandwidth for this.
It's where we play video games.
It's just Sam streaming.
Oh yeah.
Quiddling, a small swamp goblin that tricks travellers into giving them bus fare. Love that.
Yeah. How?
But no.
Is it 2Ds or 1D?
2.
2.
It is exactly how Hamrus has spelt it.
It sounds like some kind of troublesome child. Like.
Okay.
You pesky quiddling.
I will say it in a sentence. Prone to quiddling.
Oh, it's like fidgeting?
Someone is prone to quiddling. No.
Like, I mean, prone to something is it like a?
It's kind of something that
like a stress or anxiety.
We all do. It's something that we all do. You're particularly good at doing it.
Oh, just running your mouth.
No.
Saying funny things on stream that makes everyone laugh.
No.
Damn.
Speaking too much, llama. Wow. Worrying? No.
What?
We'll do it. Like, it's a very kind of human thing to do. Like.
Oh, eat food.
No.
Stroke a cat? What? Yeah, it's Llama did post that before you said I do it a lot.
Angeline!
Hello, thank you
very
much.
Oh,
also,
resub.
Thank you, Lucy, for the resub at the start of the stream.
Oh, that's alright. I have no choice.
Oh.
It's fine.
Not supposed to tell them that.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I'm trying to think if I could...
Just stressing about stuff.
Like, it's not far off what, like, that kind of thing.
And I said fidgeting, like...
Mm-hmm. It's kind of not... Yeah, it's not really far off sort of any of those things, but it's like, it's a specific thing that you do. This is going to be too obvious. Like, it's a specific thing that you do to avoid something else.
Oh, procrastinating.
Yeah.
Right.
Quiddling. Attending to the trivial tasks in life as a way of avoiding the important ones. So yeah, procrastinating.
Right.
Quite like.
No, I wouldn't have got that.
All right.
Feeling good quiddle, not in this chat. Get out.
Yep. What the good ones are
Do we
there?
know of any English words that do not have a translation in most other languages? The smart ass answer is I think you overestimate my knowledge of other languages. I don't know. Probably what would be the best way to figure that out is Lucy and I just talk, and when you don't understand something, you say, hey, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Every day I'm quiddling. The mistake that's been getting on your nerves recently is people reversing can't be over understated. Oh, yeah. People messing up the double negative. That bothers me. Because when I'm using that, I will always stop and check myself. It's like, no, okay, good. I'm saying the right thing. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
Also, Queek, I was just going to use pandiculate as another example, so good job.
What a... Right, okay.
Pandiculate. Okay, you can guess what pandiculate is. Queek
no.
is not allowed to... Is not allowed to say.
I like that I'm putting in thought, like it's in any way going to help me.
Okay, I will give you a clue.
Well, because the thing is, because there's like pan, kind of general purpose. It's like, yeah, am I meant to try and like, am I going to get it from any kind of etymological reading of the word? Again, I say, pretending like I can actually do that.
Not unless you know Latin.
Not Latin, but I know some of the threads
you won't. I know a bit of Latin and I don't know.
Oh, is that pandiculates? That's a form of exercise.
Yes, of course.
Stretching.
Hang on, wait, what? Yes. Stretch and a yawn. Pandiculate, stretching and yawning. You just completely oopsed upon that one.
Yeah, I was just doing Pilates.
Yeah, no, I know. It took me a second. Apparently, to pandiculate is, basically
okay.
a stretch and a yawn. It's quite cute.
I mean, it's like, sort of retroactively trying to cludge a response to that together. It's like, okay, well, I know like reticulate. And so I can almost like from that, well, okay, I can see like pandiculate, like sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Which
okay.
is complete nonsense, I know. It isn't, yeah.
This is a good one. I quite enjoy this. I don't know how to pronounce it, but arsle. A-R-S-L-E.
That's just Dutch.
Its origins are in Dutch. Therefore, I wonder if Arian might get this.
I mean...
Well, actually, probably not, because like what it is in Dutch isn't actually necessarily what it is.
Well, all I remember...
Read and study by dim light, or like that. Yeah, that one, Arian.
All I remember is like an exchange in an episode of Friends where Ross is having an argument with Gunther, who I think his character's meant to be of like Dutch origin or something, and he mentions something about Azel, and Ross is like, "You're an Azel," and I'm like, "Is this just Dutch for asshole?" But that's not this.
Kind of, and also not.
Right.
Also, Amras, that's a dreadful joke. It is, so it's from the Dutch. Its origin may lie in the Dutch. I'm going to butcher this because Dutch is silly. I'm going to just say what it says. Aardzelen. That is absolutely not how you pronounce it because there's probably a lot more phlegm in there. A-A-R-Z-E-L-E-N.
No, that's Belgian.
No, that is absolutely Dutch.
No, I've just more
Dutch and Belgian.
I was doing a Flemish joke.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there you go. Hesitate, says Arian.
Also from another Dutch word. Apparently, this is also from Ars, as in A-A-R-S, which is exactly what you think.
Great. Possessive belongs to us.
But yeah, it's basically going. Yes, very good. Going backwards, or like, you know, apparently sitting restlessly, wandering aimlessly, and moving backwards. You're going nowhere slowly.
Right. Nice. Okay.
Kind of cool.
No, that's wars. Wait, I've already forgotten what I've been saying. I was going to say at the top of the stream, and then forgot to. This stream brought to you by ADHD, as you can probably tell from the manifold topics we have blasted through.
Yeah.
Possessive belongs to us, wars. Right, okay. I'm still not getting it.
Do you know what the origins... Well, first of all, do you know what this means? Second of all, do you know the origins? First of all, hooch.
A hooch, as in, like, alcohol?
Yes.
Like...
But do you know where it comes from? Because that is an interesting one. Drink. Yes.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never heard of this one.
Really?
It's specifically for bootlegging. Like, it's specifically
yeah,
alcohol.
Yeah, if you'd asked me to elaborate, I would have said, like...
Yeah.
Whether I would have managed to pluck out the word bootleg, probably not, but yeah, sort of illegally distilled alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But interestingly, it's a shortening of Hoochinu, itself a corruption of Hootswoonu, the name of an Alaskan indigenous people that is said to translate as Grizzly Bear Fort. In his study of the region, the Presbyterian missionary Sheldon Jackson wrote about reaching Angoon, the chief town of the Hutsunus, but we did not remain long as the whole town was drunk.
Hell yeah.
So,
Moonshine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. We didn't say good morning to Sherlock. Hello to Sherlock
Hello,
and
Sherlock
to Jason
and
Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna give this to Sam because this is
Okay.
one of your favorite words. Serendipity.
Don't ask me to define that.
Well, not define it, but have you any idea where it could possibly come from? Interestingly, apparently it is often chosen as English speakers' favourite word.
It would be very
alongside
providential if I did.
Very good. Alongside nincompoop, discombobulator, mellifluous. All of which absolutely don't have words in other languages.
I mean, I think that talking about favourite words has reminded me of. I've gone on about this one before. But I couldn't tell you where it comes from. But on the other end, words that I hate because to me they do not sound like what they mean. I've complained about bucolic before. Because bucolic is like when I come across that in a sentence, and it's like
got the word colic in it.
Well, it reminds me. Like, I think it's because to me it feels and sounds very close to like a bubonic stuff as well. Like it is a word that to me, the sound and feel of it conveys sickness and rot and waste and decay, and it's like, oh, what such a bucolic scene. I'm like, no, that sounds bad. Like it's the sun-dappled trees and the golden Elysian glow of it's so bucolic. No, thank you. It does not sound like a nice word. It exists in French too. Serendipité. Sorry, France. France then. That's all you need to know.
Serendipity references the island of Serendip, aka Sri Lanka, which I believe is supposed to be perilous.
There's something.
Sort of.
What is it?
But not.
The what française? The little conclave of like 30 French, like old French men who decide what the entire language is. It's the something français. I'm just going to blame them.
L'Académie Française.
That's the one. Thank you. I haven't made a joke about them recently, and I've already forgotten what it was. But yeah, L'Académie Française, who just decide the French language. It's them. It came from them. That's the etymology. That's my final answer. I'm wrong.
No.
Pulchritudinous. That's another one. I couldn't tell you what it means. I've read it enough times.
Yeah, I think Serendip is a place, but apparently this word was actually made up by a writer, Horace Walpole.
You can't just do that.
Apparently you can. He based the word on the idea of a fairy tale, the three princes of Serendip, the heroes of which were always making discoveries by accidents and sagacity of things that they were not in quest of. Oh, so there you go. Write those down, Walpole's. Yep.
The joke being that literally all language is just made up by people.
Yep.
We just explained that one out a little bit so people don't think, well, Sam, don't you know how language is? You just make it up. You just say things, and if enough people understand what you're saying, it becomes a word and you write it down with other words to explain what that means. Pulchritudinous means beautiful, but it's an ugly-ass word. It doesn't... Yeah. Why would you need so many syllables for that? That's, like, uncomfortable, clunky syllables for that. That's... Yeah.
Yep.
Like, is there a term for that? Like onomatopoeia is like, a word that sounds like what it is. Do we have one for words that sound the opposite of what they are? Onomatopoeia isn't.
I think. Nice. There is, and I can't think what it is. You'll forever hate poignant. Why is it the worst word in our language? It's a good word.
What? No, I have no problem with poignant. That's a French word. Yeah, look. We know. We just don't like to address it. What we do is we just like butcher the pronunciation to try and hide that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we allow ourselves to keep on using it.
Heckling.
Oh, Heckerling.
Heckling is literally heckling as you know it.
Oh right, what to shout at a comedian?
Yeah,
and to invite a comedian to roast you.
Yeah, pretty much. So
the peanut gallery.
Pronounce that salad. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna trip over the middle of that.
Pain. Oh, chocolate. Very good. Ow, chocolate. Even.
Chocolate pain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it turns out we should all be heckling more.
Mm-hmm.
Because it basically, interestingly, derives from trade unionism.
All right.
Heckling, a word whose origins are said to come from a particularly belligerent union in Scotland. Good job.
Right.
A hackle or a heckle is a steel comb used in the textile industry for removing knots and dirt from flax or hemp fibres. Before the process became mechanised, heckling was no easy task, requiring great concentration and hard work. Number 10 Glasgow Venel in the Scottish town of Dundee, that Billy T hated, was home to a notorious heckling shop, which I kind of love as a concept, said to be stiflingly ill-ventilated and highly unsuited to such back-breaking work. The poet Rabbie Burns was among those who carried out hour upon hour of monotonous heckling in the establishment. That's really quite funny because, you know, poet who sometimes read his own stuff out. Yeah. By 1880, the shop's workers had established a union to fight for better conditions, using their strength in numbers and, it's said, a fair amount of shouting.
Right.
The heckling shop quickly gained a reputation for activism and general haranguing, which led to one theory as to how the heckling of an audience got its name. I kind of like that.
Nice. Our language doesn't have those Dutch sounds in it. No, but Welsh does. And just like...
Oh, God, yeah.
Dutch, Welsh.
Yeah. Well, again, Welsh and Dutch need to be friendly because Dutch have all the vowels and Welsh have all the consonants, or the other way around. I can't remember.
Good luck, even on that one.
Yeah.
You enjoy that cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Multiple people on Reddit seem to have sought for a word for when words mean the opposite of how they sound, but with no success. Well, then let's coin that. That's tonight. Just sticking with onomatopoeiant. Great.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Huh. Lady.
By Mojo.
That's me. Oh, excuse me. As in a lady, as in yeah. Ask is from the 11X. Where do you think the word lady comes from?
As we dance.
Okay, Sam's going to be singing. Chat! Any idea where lady comes from?
I mean, you have to ask her first, really. She'll probably tell you if you're polite about it.
Heyo.
Is it French? Apostrophe. Nope. Damn. La demoiselle. Back on French.
You're still on French. It's from Old English.
Charlotte.
No. Charlotte.
The Lady of Shalott. It's a poem.
Yeah, that's like Middle English. That's nowhere near Old English.
Oh, I'm sorry for picking the wrong.
That's not even Middle English. That's modern English. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't have got
I'm the dumbass.
Yeah. Laddie. No. The earliest meaning of lady was kneader of bread. It comes from the Old English hlafdigger, which is probably not right, combining an early form of loaf and a word meaning knead, from which dough also arrives. In the same way, lord comes from the Old English hlafwerd, keeper of bread.
Thanks, Wales.
well, Old English is more it's closer to Anglo-Saxon. So, well, it is Anglo-Saxon technically, really. So yeah, which is quite interesting because today we say often like
lords and ladies.
the man in the household is a breadwinner. Whereas actually the person who made the bread was the woman. Which is just like
but the man won it.
Germanic. Sorry, yes. The man owns it.
Won it in a prize raffle at work.
They've also got a little bit here about parasite. I didn't. Yeah. A parasite, for example, was someone who sat next para to you and took food, sitos, from your table.
Oh.
That's kind of interesting. Didn't know that.
The two genders, baker and baker. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of cool. Scuttlebutt.
I mean, I specifically know that from like, where
Your brother is a parasite during eating dinner. Nice.
Trying to find like the specific terms for, like, the example that I would think of would be in something like Battlestar Galactica or some other like military adjacent. Usually it's like scuttlebutt is like basically the news, the information, like what news is going around, like, you know, what's the story, what's happened, what's going on. Someone asks like, what's the scuttlebutt?
Far.
And it's
actually.
And I don't know. And so my guess would be, because of the context in which I hear it in like sci-fi TV shows, usually of like a military origin, would be is it like a sort of, again, like armed forces?
Yes, military. Yeah.
The origin of it, I don't know, but I know that's.
You're not. Yeah, that's not far off.
Naval gossip.
It's an 18th century term for a water butt on board a ship, one that had been scuttled by making a hole in it so that water could be withdrawn. It was basically the water cooler.
Amazing.
It was traditionally the place where sailors would gather to have a drink of fresh water and a chat. So yeah, basically gossip. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that, and again, like, okay, so it's a butt of water. Yes, of course, that
has been scuttled.
When you break it down, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I love that. That's really fun. Oh, that's funny. Catch fart.
Is it like, which is the language? Is it German? Is it German origin?
I don't actually think so. There's not a lot for it here.
Whoops. Because I've seen.
I think it is.
I know people love to go to Germany. I think it's Germany. I might be wrong, and take pictures of signs that say things like Ausfahrt and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's spelled differently.
Okay.
It's spelled as in fart. Like this is. I think this. I'm pretty sure this is an English word, and it's fairly obvious. I would say. Well, sort of, not fairly obvious, but.
Right.
Yeah, it's not fart as in fahren, aka go, travel, FAH.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you that because I never did German.
No, catch fart.
Right.
Both are spelt the way you think they are.
I'm not going to hazard a guess because I'm not childish.
Well, I'm going to read what it says.
Good.
Because it says, a French dictionary of 1688 lists the following entry. A catch-fart, un attrape-paix, surnom burlesque que l'on donne aux pages qui portent le cul de leur dame, which Lama will hopefully understand. I say I do not speak French. A burlesque surname given to pages who hold onto the tail of their mistresses.
Good.
Clearly, the British thought they had priority over the term, for it became a firm slang expression for a footman or lackey who followed their master so closely they were in the firing line for more than instructions.
Right.
Today, it is a suitable epithet for anyone who follows the political wind, the 17th century equivalent of a windsock. Yeah, brown noser, basically,
Good.
I guess.
Okay, right, yep, okay.
That's quite fun.
James Joyce has joined the call.
Yeah. Because that word you sent meant who hold the butt of their lady. I mean, it might literally mean that. Hang on. Qui portant la Q as in Q, as in AQ. Queue de leur dame.
Sorry, Amherst. No one needed to be reminded of that.
Oh dear.
I mean... Oh, Q, not cool. Yeah, I mean, again, I've discussed this before. My knowledge of that just comes from the Duchamp. Yeah. Duchamp Mona Lisa.
Huh.
Huh?
Titch.
Small.
Yeah, titch or titchy. Used of someone or something diminutive have long been staples of the children's lexicon. Or my brother talking to me.
Mm-hmm. That's always the interesting one to me, actually. Like, words specifically that kids know. Like, there's like that kind of pool of childhood behaviours that I'm fascinated by how they get around. And it's so words and expressions like that every child uses and knows, and then you hit an age where you just stop using it. But it seems it just sort of trickles down through generations, and like someone says, "Oh, he was titchy," like, you know that's a child. You know that has come from a conversation with the child. And likewise, the other one to me that fascinates me is like sports you are taught in school are things like football and rugby and netball and basketball and maybe like a bit of cricket or some hockey or something like that. Sports that you are not taught in school, but that I would bet are played in every single playground, just about, in at least this country, is like...
Bulldog?
No, well, Bulldog is one, but like... That's still one that I think a teacher might, for like a board sports lesson, something like that. Oh, we're going to do like some Bulldog or some Red Rover, something like that. Oh, Red Rover, the one where someone broke their arm. Probably not.
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah.
Bulldog and Red Rover are bloody lethal.
Yeah, but the one that no one is taught, because it's also violent, is what we in our school termed squash, where you have a wall and you have a football and you have to kick the ball against the wall and make it bounce back. And what this became for us was a game called target squash, where if you miss the wall, you have to stand against the wall and try not to get kicked, try not to get hit with the ball. Yeah, this was
dodgeball, but not.
Yeah, and it's played in like every school, but I want to know how, because seemingly this just evolves naturally. This is just like
the childish urge to hurt yourself and others.
Yeah, this just develops, and that's the only conclusion I can reach from my no time spent studying this at all. I cannot stress enough. This is just something I've gone, wait, that's a bit weird that everybody does that, but no one's taught it. But it just must be like the natural evolution of a bunch of school kids, a football, and a wall upon which that ball will bounce, and you eventually, like carcinization, will always trend towards, in any number of closed or open systems, it will always trend towards kicking a ball at that kid who is less good at football than me. And it's,
Yep. Apparently there was a widely publicised series of court cases revolving around the claim of a butcher from Wagga Wagga, Australia. That's a great name.
Oh, Australian place names are the best.
That he was the long-lost heir to the Tichborne baronetcy. Now, the Tichborne lot, fairly near where I am. Roger Tichborne, the eldest son and heir, was said to have perished aboard a ship bound for South America, but his mother refused to believe her son had died, sending agents far and wide until she heard the news she was longing for, that her son had turned up. The butcher, known locally as Thomas Castro, I mean, flipping it, that's a mob boss name if ever I heard one, duly travelled to England to meet the family he claimed as his.
It's just King Ralph. Except, no, King Ralph did actually wasn't. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Turns out he wasn't.
Really?
The case collapsed. He was found guilty of perjury, raised large sums for the general public for an appeal, but lost again. When he was released from prison in 1884, he lived off his reputation and even became a folk hero thanks to his defiance of the establishment. He embarked on a nationwide tour of music halls and circuses. He went to the United States, came back penniless, and eventually died in 1898 in poverty and relative obscurity. Like, he saw a chance and he grabbed it.
These days, he'd have had a Netflix special.
Abso-flippin'-lutely.
I've been cancelled. Look at me, tape across his mouth. Look at my media tour. Look at my speaking arrangements and newspaper coverage for being cancelled. For
Yeah.
really? Have you?
Yeah, 3... Oh, Llama knows this. Lived very comfortably after his mother's refusal to admit her son had died. Yeah, but apparently the relationship between the Titch-born claimant and the word Titch is not entirely straightforward. Far from being a small man, Orton was extremely overweight. But such was his notoriety that his pictures appeared for months in every newspaper, and enterprising music hall stars found they could profitably trade on a passing similarity. One such young Titchborn is mentioned in a newspaper. The year that the claimant was sentenced to 2 sequential 7-year terms in prison. Another who went by the name was a child performer with the real name of Harry Relf, who in 1884 changed his stage name to Little Titch to ride the wave of fame that Orton had inspired. And basically he was famous for being really tiny, and that's where we get Titch from.
Huh.
Which is kind of fun. Quite like that. Castro is an almost Hispanic surname to me. Well, he was allegedly Australian, so I don't know quite where that came from.
Spain. Names can cross borders.
They can.
Yeah. Never heard of Red Rover or Bulldog, but you have those games too. See if I can remember. Bulldog's just the one where you're like, you line up on one side of the playground, one guy's... It's just kind of tag, really, I guess, isn't it? I mean, like, you have to run... like, everyone runs to the other side of the playground, and someone who's, like, has to, like, grab you. And if they touch you or grab you, whatever the rules are, then you join them and you have to grab the others. That's Bulldog. And I think Red Rover is you split, violently tackle you. Yeah, depending on the school and how much trouble you're going to get in for scuffing up your uniform and if you're playing on tarmac. And Red Rover, I think, is you, like, you've split into 2 teams and you kind of link arms with... So you form a line, link arms, and then someone from the other team has to run at you and try and, like, break through and probably break your arms, dislocate shoulders, whatever the hell else, and try and, like, get through the weak point in, like, burst through the arms. It probably explains a lot about our culture. You don't think you had that? No. And you speak multiple languages fluently, and have, you know, a much better relationship with alcohol. So, well done, the Dutch. You have avoided our pitfalls. You think you did Red Rover once or twice? Yeah, we did it. Again, it was always the kind of like the hush, like, oh, we're going to play Red Rover. Are we going to play? Yeah, but that's the one. Oh, there's like that air of danger. You have weed instead. Exactly. It's like, oh, the air of danger over Red Rover. Someone, like, in the next few minutes, someone could break an arm.
Yeah.
But we're playing Red Rover. Like, oh.
But that's the fun bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's thrilling. It's exciting. And then the whistle goes and you have to go back indoors.
Robot.
It's Polish. Means slave.
Not quite. Check.
Well, what? I'd heard it was Polish.
It might. There is possible. It could also be Polish because
Yeah.
I guess Czech and Polish are fairly similar. But apparently, robota in Czech means forced labor. So yeah, slave in a sense. But apparently, in its modern format of what a robot is, Isaac Asimov, had it in one of his books. But apparently, in a play by Karel Čapek. From the 1920s, entitled Rossum's Universal Robots, was the first time it appeared in like, popular literature. But yes, it comes from. It says here Czech, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar word in Polish.
I feel
also
like
it's a slang for physical work here. Well, there we go.
Yeah, I feel like I had heard it was Polish, but I could have misheard or misremembered.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
to know.
But yeah. No, I knew that the origin was, well, I was going to say like work, and like no, well I know it's not work. That's the sort of, oh yeah, no, it just means these people here, they're just very hard workers. Are they free to go home and do you pay them? No and no, but they're workers, and it's like it means slave, doesn't it? Like so yeah.
Also,
playwright was definitely
the playwright was definitely I know that now, having been in Cheshire for 2 2 weeks last year. I was like, oh, it's because they got the little thing on the C because they put those on flipping everything. Okay.
Hey, if you've got a keyboard that does them, you make use of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Contrafibularity.
See, all I can think of is Blackadder.
That is entirely correct.
Your
He made it up.
Your contrafabulations.
Would you? I've got the quote here. Shall I read it?
Is it literally the Blackadder?
Yeah. It's slipped into the lexicon of at least. It has slipped into the lexicon of at least one lexicographer as a byword for congratulations that are entirely insincere.
Great.
Which I kind of love.
What a perfectly cromulent word.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the quote is
it's Blackadder talking to... I forget the name of the guy who...
Dr. Samuel Johnson.
That's what... Cause I know it's played by Robbie Coltrane.
Yes, Dictionary of the English Language.
Yeah, and they're like, burn his dictionary and tries to rewrite it. And he's
because Blackadder basically just starts using words that don't exist.
Yeah, to try and throw
I hope you will not object if I also offer the Doctor my most enthusiastic contrafibularities.
That's the one.
Yeah. Contrafibularities, sir. It is a common word down our way. Oh, I am sorry, sir. I am anaspeptic, phrasmotic, even compunctious to have caused you such a pericombobulation.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God. Very good.
Do we need to do a Blackadder watch along?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, everyone, do you want to cry? But not yet.
Yeah.
Are they available anywhere? There will definitely be episodes and jokes that have not aged well. Sadly. Such a malleable language? Hell yeah. Do we skip Series 1? Absolutely. Series 1 is awful. They had no idea what they were doing. It sucks. The Series 2 is where Blackadder actually begins. In 1, he's just like, yeah, I'm just a sneering villain who's doing things. And like, that's not...
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good word. Mumpsimus.
Right. I have no idea.
It's hilarious. It's a mistake. The actual word shouldn't exist. It basically is a 500-year-old epithet for someone who insists that they are right despite clear and incontrovertible evidence that they are not.
Oh. It's ChatGPT.
Yeah. The term originated in a much-told story about a poorly literate Catholic priest who consistently tripped up while reciting the post-communion prayer. The prayer includes the line, Quod ore sumpsimus Domine, what we have received in the mouth, Lord, but the priest substituted the non-existent word mumpsimus for sumpsimus. He was swiftly corrected on more than one occasion, but consistently gave the stubborn response that he would not change.
That's another Rowan Atkinson character who's the priest in 4 Weddings and a Funeral who is very nervous and keeps making mistakes.
Yep. Yep, no, that is brilliant. That's really good.
You can say, oh, it's the internet. Yeah, I mean, it's just AI chatbots. Like, you're wrong. Yes, certainly. How many R's are there in strawberry? There are 2 R's in strawberry. Count the R's in strawberry. Yep, certainly. There are 2. I can count 3. Yes! There are 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you tell me that Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, surrounds himself with this stuff? Can't get enough of it? That's how he works and lives and spends his day?
Mm-hmm.
God help us.
Ghost.
Spooky.
Well, no. You know what a ghost is.
Sorry, no, wait, go back, do it again.
Okay, ghost.
What?
Very good.
Where?
Very good.
Thank you.
It's behind you. Small cog. Dutch again, not far off.
Oh no, now we're on another Dave quiz. German?
No.
French?
We've already said it. We've already said it once. You've already said it.
Welsh?
No, not Welsh. No, not Welsh. You're not far off with Dutch. Very much not far off with Dutch.
Welsh again? Just try it a second time just to see, like USB. Just give it another go. Okay, third time, Welsh. Oh, Belgian, Flamand. Yeah.
Flemish.
Right. Thank you, Llama.
Um,
I don't remember. Don't ask me to remember things I've said in the past 5 minutes.
Oh dear. But apparently the silent H of ghost is the result of a historical hiccup dating back 5 centuries. The pioneering printer William Caxton, good name, having learned his trade in Flanders, returned to England with a team of experienced Flemish typesetters for his new press. It was they, or more likely a single individual, who decided the Old English Gost, G-O-S-S-T, looked all wrong, as their native Flemish was geest, which I assume is probably like geest. They lobbed in an H to make it more familiar. A ricochet effect meant that a Geist and... I don't know.
Sorry, I talked over you. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. A ricochet effect meant that aghast and ghastly, which had previously been without an H, each inherited an extra letter too. All the result of a single decision by one hand half a millennium ago. Go Flemish people! Woo!
Yay!
Well done. If it's Flemish, the G would be a lot softer than a Dutch. Oh, okay, so like
Jost.
I don't know.
Jost.
Jost.
Which, yeah, I love, because just one that I love to think about every now and then is the word zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
Time goes.
Yeah, exactly. But like, in touch with the modern cultural zeitgeist is like you understand like what is again it's sort of like scuttlebutt. So, what's going on? What's popular culture? Zeitgeist. Okay. And when you look up the actual, like, break it like Zeit and Geist, time ghost. How do we get that? I mean, I love it, but how do we get?
I was going to say, have you met the German language?
No, I haven't. We're not really acquainted. But how does that equate to time ghost?
It's German.
Time ghost is a great. It is.
Spirit of the times. Yeah.
I get. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But it's so literal. Like
It's pretty good.
that's not what that's not what spirit has multiple meanings. I didn't think you meant to do that.
Ah, well there you go.
Spirit could go same way we've got the Holy Ghost. Yeah, but like ooh, Holy Ghost. It's exactly the same. Yeah, but it shouldn't be, is my point. Because on my like rudimentary learning of French, I'm trying to think of examples of where you get homophones. That's the one in English, where you have. Is it? Wait, we were discussing this the other day. Hang on. Homophones, words that sound the same. No, sound the same but mean different things.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so.
Damn it. Now I'm getting lost. I'm just 1 second disappearing into the woods. And how, yeah, you would have a word with one spelling but has multiple different meanings. And so when trying to translate that into French with a very rudimentary understanding of French, and like rest, for instance. Okay, so I don't actually know the French for rest. But, in English, rest can mean to lie down or to sleep, or rest can mean the others. Like if you say all the rest can mean all the other things.
Yeah.
But if you know the French word for rest as in sleep, you can't just use that for rest as in all the others as well.
No.
It doesn't work that way. And so when you say like, oh yeah, but you should know this because Geist means spirit, and spirit, yeah, but spirit can mean like spirit doesn't just mean ghost, spirit, and other spirit are two different things that just converge on the same word. So, yeah. Like, you don't use spirit, you don't use Geist to also mean, like, alcohol. Because semantic drift happens in different directions in different languages. It does. Exactly. It also means alcohol for some reason. So you won't say, "Oh, what a lovely mug of Geist this is."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yes,
All
you
right,
do.
one that I think
Don't do this to me.
I imagine Llama might know.
A mug of ghosts.
Barricade.
Barricade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as to construct.
Yeah.
I'm
not asking like the obvious ones.
Well, I was
like,
going to say, it's like,
you know the definition.
Well,
but, like,
it's
where
one of those ones
the
like
etymology.
I have to stop and think, because it's like I just know what barricade. You asked me to describe and define it, like it just means barricade. It's like,
yeah, you know what a barricade is.
Yeah, it's enforcement, like it's defenses. It's a wall. It's a barricade.
But can you think where it may come from?
Is it French?
Good Lord, is it from the country that does lots of, barricades and revolutions and stuff? It could possibly be French.
Barricade.
It's not barracks, no.
Brick.
Nope.
Damn. Le brique.
If you think about what barricades can be made from.
Les briques.
It's not bricks.
Is it from Monsieur Bricolage?
No.
Which is I believe, a French chain.
It's not Baroque.
Yeah,
Llama's kind of good.
Bark. Yeah, like bark.
Barrique. Barrique is where it comes from, which I'm sure Llama will probably say. Yeah, like one of the... In 1576, the French king Henri III signed a peace treaty. Yes, a cask, a barrel. Yes, basically they put barriers up of huge barrels, weighted with earth and paving stones to block the streets. The event and its isolation of the king became known as La Journée des Barricades, the day of the barricade. Barricades from the French barrique, barrel.
How'd that work out for him?
I'm sure it worked out very well.
Good.
Those same barrels have informed other words in English too, including barrier and also bar, referring to the staves from which the casks were constructed. Oh, that's hilarious. Bars themselves lie hidden inside embarrassment, which comes from a French verb meaning to impede or obstruct, just as those wine and beer barrels did so effectively all those centuries ago. That's kind of fun. But maybe I'll give you one more, because I've just seen the time. We should probably stop.
Frankly, it's a good bit for a stream.
It is, but also, we want to make sure we've got, enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we read.
How can I say
read
this
through
word?
books on other. On the cam. Read through books on other streams, not this one, but special exceptions and all that.
Absquatulate. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I mean, it's going to be to do something, but what are you doing?
Yeah.
I've no idea.
Okay.
I'll let chat guess before.
To absquatulate. Or absquatulate, I don't know. I assume it's absquatulate.
Is it A-B-S-Q-U-A-L?
A-B-S-Q-U-A-T-U-late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. Can I get a really badly pronounced AI voice reading of that and the definition, which confuses? I don't know if you've seen it. It's one of Dave's quizzes where the premise is that it's a speed typing challenge. The actual premise is what's your lag? Because it reads a word. Firstly, everyone goes, what? What did
Yeah.
it say? Because sometimes it's right. It is a spelling game. Sometimes it's right. Other times it will say pie as like P, and you're like, and so you type down the word you heard, and then it starts to define it, and you're like, oh, what you're defining isn't the word you just said. Thanks, we all just got wrong-footed.
Yeah.
But what it generally turns out as is a few of us all testing our lag as we like speed type as fast as possible to jam these words into chat. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
And
adjective.
it should be an adjective.
Yeah, no, it's
Does
entirely.
it also say that?
It's
boo.
the reading is
No
entirely
grammar.
AI generated. It's infuriating. There is
Anyway, absquatulate anyone.
absquatulate. You have no power here, Andy Pants. I can ban you.
I can give it.
What does it
Give it-
feel like? What does
What does it feel like?
Well, you know,
Not absquatulate, absquatulate.
it's got movement.
Yeah.
It feels like some kind of, it's like a verb. It's some kind of action. It's like wriggling, something like wriggling.
Lady Mephistopheles, you cheat.
Squatulated.
Quick, that's again kind of not far off. The coin, I'll say in this case, the coinage is a mishmash of Latin with a bit of everyday English thrown in.
That's just a word. That's just
Yeah.
how we. That's yeah. That's just how we get words.
You're letting people guess. Yes, that is true. So technically, you're not cheating. Fair enough. Ran away from Sasquatch. Nice.
Is it to like?
I mean, you're all
Is it like
kind of-
crouch? Is it like crouch walking?
No. Abscond. That's not far off, Llama. It's quite specific.
Slithering along the ground.
No, it's quite specific to like an event, a situation, possibly. I guess, yeah.
Is it the gotta poop walk?
Sashay away. Llama's kind of, sort of nailing this. It's got nothing to do with
Right.
toilets.
Good. I'm glad we can get away from that now. Run away from an escaped horse.
Right, from
Horses
escaped
aren't
horse.
real. We've discussed this.
Oh.
This-
It is not running away from escaped horse.
running towards an escaped horse.
No. Movement away is correct. Yeah.
To slink away from some kind of trouble that you have caused.
No. Oh, Perola's close.
Fleeing from a wedding.
It is around this kind of like, yeah,
It's a
it is
social
around that
thing.
sort of,
Like a social
Yes.
situation? Right.
yes.
Well,
Running from a toddler with sticky hands. That's amazing.
yeah.
Crouching away from escaped donkey. Arian, we need to get you off the, horse/donkey thing.
Trying to
Can you
hide
tell
from a
the term that
mule?
replaced it? Give them a second. Give them a second, Lady Mephistopheles, and we'll see.
I mean...
Okay, fair enough. Addy's got there. The American Heritage Dictionary specifically uses abscond in their definition. I think Llama gets this one. So I've got a specific thing of, if an event or party, even a conversation in the street, is not to our liking, many of us will take the earliest opportunity to make a swift but polite exit. Others may be a little more obvious in their distaste and simply absquatulate. This word is a playful invention from 1830s America for leaving somewhere abruptly. Part of a fad at the time for creating preposterous or comical words and expressions. Yeah, there you go. Absquatulating. But apparently other fanciful concoctions from this time of frenzied wordplay are discombobulate and skedaddle.
That's where we get the expression squat you later.
Very good. Some sadly fell by the wayside to be gosh-bustified. That's amazing.
Well,
Guess what a gosh-bustified means?
That's just Mark Twain. That's just Twain speak.
Oh, Civil War slang established skedaddle in its place. Nice. Okay.
Partir à l'anglaise. Nice. Yep. That's just...
What does gosh-bustified mean?
Which reminds me, I do love L'Esprit d'Escalier.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been really funny to say 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Gosh, bustify.
Gosh, bustified.
That's
I am
just
gosh
like
bustified.
Gosh darn it, consarn it. That's just old timey gold prospector speak. That's just said by someone. Go with a big scraggly
it's
beard.
the opposite. To be excessively pleased.
Oh.
That expression doesn't exist in French. That's hilarious.
You can have it.
Also,
is that just what we came up with to sound smart? Because ooh la la, what is this language you speak?
This is what we do. I mean, that's what half of English is. It is the upper classes going, French is, the language of the people who are intelligent and wealthy. Therefore, we're just going to take some of that and use it for us.
Yeah, this would sound better if said like this.
Or with an extra U in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last word. Dumbfungled.
I mean, it's so close to dumbfounded. How could you not?
It's not.
What? To be stricken with a case of cordyceps.
No.
Damn.
When mushrooms take over.
Same joke.
Yep.
Wait. What does fungible mean? Somebody remind me.
If I say... It sounds like the feeling you get when your earphones are out of your pocket and the strings are all knotted together. Yeah?
Fungible can be copied. Right.
If you say, I am so dumbfungled.
I have been... I'm staggered. I'm staggered by how much I've been copied.
Okay, you're just doing this for the joke.
Yes. Hi.
They funged the tokens. Oh no, my apes.
The apes. They're so funged.
Yeah.
Funge house. It's a whole lot of fun.
Dumbfungled.
That trash wizard school author trying to come up with character names.
Is it like dumbfounded? It is not.
I've already asked that one.
Queek, you often feel dumbfungled after a long day at work. That's also not far off. So tired your brain stops working. Okay, I'll take those two. Exhausted.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
It existed before the apes? No, I don't believe you. I think they invented that word purely so they could say that it's not that and use it to sell ape JPEGs.
Yeah. But yes, if anyone wants this book, I would highly recommend it. Susie Dent is kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. That was a fun game. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
You need one. You need a book. You need the same copy.
No, I need a different one.
So you can test me.
I need a different word game that I can do. What can I do? What other games can we do?
I don't know. I have to think about it. Oh, from 8 out of 10 cats, because just countdown. Nice. Yeah, I don't know.
No, from original countdown.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who it used to be before her.
No idea.
Yeah.
You could find a book of musical terms, see how many of them I know. You'd be surprised. I probably don't know a lot of them. Most of them are in different languages, that's probably why.
The good part of Countdown that is whimsical and enjoyable on the internet. Not the other person, no.
Oh, yes.
Sure, love was
the book of pop songs turned into bonnets. I know it's meant to be sonnets, but I love the idea of pop songs being turned into cute little bonnets. Oh, it's beautiful. An obscure musical term you like is scherzo. I don't think that's obscure. Scherzos are often movements in, like, symphonies and stuff. It's obscurity. That's fair enough. Musical notes wear bonnets now. Yep. And yes, half the page would be in Italian. Or French, or German.
Yeah, you don't want me trying to read that.
Oh, I do. It'd be hilarious. You know, musical terms like guitar and piano. Nice. See, Angeli knows what a scherzo is. Scherzo.
I don't know what a scherzo is.
It's basically a fast movement.
Right.
In a piece.
Wah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scherzo is like fast and energetic.
Right. That checks out.
Fairly playful as well.
Yeah.
A lot of Italian musical terms are basically like the same thing, but a different word for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen there's a little bit of a... That green bar been there the entire time. Embarrassing.
Green bar?
On your window on Discord. On OBS. Oh. The little green... when you're talking, I've cropped it ever so slightly badly. And so,
Oh, sforzando is much more fun to say, and it also means something different. Sforzando, subito piano.
Do you hear the drums sforzando?
Oh God, yes. Yes, if anybody... Oh, I don't know if I've ever linked the King Singer's masterpiece. I need to do that. That's a very, 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 very good song. Well, song. Medley.
Second chat, Lucy's just going on a little bit of a wander.
This happens.
Yep.
King Singer's masterpiece.
That should be better. Right.
Da-di-da-di-da.
There we go.
Sforzando is loud and forceful. Yeah, it's specifically like the front of a note being like...
I get. I mean, I would pick out forza from that and think like, you know, strong with emphasis. Like, you know, Forza Motorsport or Forza Juve.
Sorry, I've just seen Amoros's comment. Amoros is very funny. Very good. Very good. Also not wrong. I'm trying to think of other good musical terms.
I could just get a copy of Balderdash and just sit here and just read out like, hey, what does this word mean? Yeah.
But maybe we do that next time.
Yeah. Or we could play Pictionary. You have to draw it.
You could play Pictionary. That could be quite funny.
We transitioned now. We're just doing like family party board games.
Absolutely. We just need the hats.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I have those.
Oh, you do. That's true. Best part of pianissimo is when you start adding even more P's and your teacher calling it pianissimo. Yeah. It's a thing. At which point you just go, no, it's 4 P's. Or it's 4 F's. It's just like, we are not saying this properly. Or F. Or P. Music comedian who treated all the dynamic markers as lyrics, which, oh dear.
Good.
Great.
Yep.
Is there anyone to raid over to?
I don't know. I'm good just to arc and stop, I think.
Yeah.
If I mess around with this too much, we will disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, why you... No, I can't be bothered. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, well this has been another stream to go on the YouTube channel. Thank you, YouTube, for your watching. We passed 200 subscribers on YouTube.
Did we?
It's been a slow climb. Because it went over, it ticks up to 200. I was like, oh, nice. And then like 2 people unfollowed.
Oh, no.
and then, so, you know, it's been a climb. That's fair.
Nice. I mean, we're like... how many more followers to 300 followers or something here?
Oh, I don't
One
know.
follower to go. 299 out of 300 followers for our
It
goal.
could be you.
I mean,
And then what do we do? We just raise the number because we don't have anything planned. We'll have a book week
Yeah,
this
we
year,
will
I
just-
guess. I don't know. We'll just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know.
Week. Yeah.
Book week is on the horizon. It's lurking. It's coming up.
It's
Oh, I've just
surprisingly-
remembered. Speaking of things on the horizon. So this Friday is, what have they called it? Basically is the mini desert bus that LRR are doing.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subathon, no?
No, desert bus.
Okay.
It's basically it's a 24-hour desert bus.
Right.
Not raising money for Child's Play this time for this one. It's for some like Canadian Cancer Foundation or something like that. So they're doing just like a 1 day 24-hour mini desert bus, like online or something like that. But I was realizing because that's starting on Friday, which means it will run across to Saturday, and I'm thinking, oh no, is that going to intersect with the start of my stream next Saturday?
Ooh.
If there's no stream next Saturday, that's why, because I'm watching that. We'll see.
Priorities.
Yeah. My favourite philosopher. And
Yeah.
so... But we'll see. I'll still try and have something planned for next Saturday. Which, I don't know if it's going to be more short stories. I might just start a book. Because I have books, and I'm not getting low on short stories, but... I still got some HG Wells, actually. I can maybe try and do like another...
You should probably borrow my new one.
Oh, no, well, I've got... That's the thing. I have a few British Library ones that I've not really touched too much, because they... Either... I've got, like, Spirits of the Season, which is all wintry Christmas things, which feel real off to read at this time of year. Or some other ones, like the Cornish Horrors one, which just had a bunch of stuff that I wasn't really that into. So, like, they're
You've got
good...
Eerie East Anglia as well, haven't you?
Yeah. I think I've done most of the ones that I've wanted
really?
to from that. Yeah, like, there's... Yeah, it can be tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
I need to spend some time this week, like, actually just trying to
Maybe
organise
I'll
my short stories.
Revisit.
Some. Yeah, I've thought about doing that a few times as well. Because yeah, that's the thing. There is no harm in just going back and reading a good story again.
No.
So yeah, I could do that. That is also an option. So yeah, maybe I'll do some of that. Who knows? But yeah.
And in theory, I shall be back on Wednesday with some more ecclesiastical drama.
Great.
And Barchester Towers.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah, they're definitely northern.
Yep.
I think we're about halfway through, actually.
Wow.
My very tiny little book.
The Day
Yeah.
of Woden, exactly. Eye patches on, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go. Lucy's got her party hat on, which looks very fancy.
Oh, have I? Oh, have you put
Yeah.
me in
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
I see.
you said
Lovely,
about
thank you.
about hats, and I remembered I have a
I
button
did.
for that. Do you want?
You do.
Which one would you like?
I like the one that I've got. I like the one with the tinsel on. It's fun.
Okay, yeah, you can have that. The Christmas. Oh, that's me. Book hat. No, hang on. There we go. There's your. Oh, perfect.
Stream's going to take a second to catch up.
Your book hat.
Am I wearing a book?
Yeah. I made this. I made this one years ago.
That's amazing.
It's just there. It's in the exact
absolutely
right
perfect.
place. Thank you, past me,
Yep.
for doing that one. Yeah. I think
Don't I look pretty?
my one just. There we go.
Fantastic.
There. Great. Thank you for being here, everybody. We're going to go now. Don't tell anyone what you've seen, but feel free to use any of the words you've heard this evening. This has been great. We'll see
Yep.
you the next time that we're here or there.
Yeah.
This is really difficult.
Yeah.
Especially the bad ones. Yeah, just don't attribute them to us.
No.
If you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh no, I've drifted. Bye.
Oh God.